Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, a warning about a sudden spike in flu cases all around the state.
Plus, it's an important grant that will help provide internet service to more Mainers.
And we'll meet an Old Town woman who needs help checking off her bucket list while living with a terminal illness. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us. We made it to Friday, everyone. How about that?
We did.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
It's kind of been a slow crawl to the finish line this week, personally.
Yeah, some weeks just seem like they drag on longer than others. I don't know if it's the holidays or whatever, but...
Oh, I have sniffles,
Oh, yeah, you're not feeling well. That makes it even worse. You'll also notice as you head out for the day today, it is a little bit chillier today, quite frosty out there.
Quite chillier today.
You'll notice that, and it looks like a pretty nice day ahead. You'll just want to make sure you bundle up, perhaps, if you head out today. It's not going to be too cold, but it will be noticeably chillier.
More layers than days past.
Yeah.
Devin Biggs has the forecast.
Hey, Craig and Emma, happy Friday. We have a couple of alerts we're watching out for this morning. We have small craft advisories up until 7 a.m. Saturday and up until Saturday morning as well. Some areas under some gale warnings, so more areas under gale warnings in this color here, but a different color closer to some of the islands, and that is courtesy of course, the gusty winds that'll be moving in, stirring up the ocean as we move forward today. But on land, it'll be a pretty nice day. We'll be watching for a lot of sunshine today as we have a system that's off to our east. It's kind of helping to stir things up at this point. So let's give you the big picture right now. So not much overhead. We're going to remain quiet for the next several days with no precipitation. Some clouds will move in from the east later on. Courtesy of this system now, we'll send some clouds from the east going toward the west later on. So futurecast moving forward, here's those clouds right there that'll be moving in later on tonight. Kind of moving from southeast to northwest, kind of an unusual direction. But it does happen from time to time, and we'll see that happening later on tonight. So otherwise, though, the winds will be out of the north from time to time, reaching up to 15 miles per hour sustained. Some gusts up to 30 miles per hour cannot be ruled out as the day progresses on. So otherwise, though, your forecast for today, upper 30s, a lot cooler out there, mostly sunny and windy. That north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper teens, partly cloudy and still windy out there. Northwest wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, cooling off even more, upper 20s, partly cloudy and breezy. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. And our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the upper 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. The Maine Center for Disease Control and Prevention is urging Mainers to take steps to avoid getting sick. An outbreak of illness has been reported in many parts of the country, including here in Maine. That includes a sharp rise in the amount of flu cases being reported around the state. All 16 Maine counties are experiencing a sustained increase in flu activity. There were 63 influenza-related hospitalizations reported in Maine just last week. Most of those are people who are 65 and older. Some areas are also seeing rise in COVID-19 and RSV. The CDC says the best protection is the flu vaccine, which is recommended for people 6 months and older. Officials are also urging people to stay home if they feel sick, wash their hands and cover coughs and sneezes, avoid close contact with those who are sick, and we should also clean and disinfect surfaces and objects regularly.
Well, in other news, a Presque Isle man convicted of murdering 2 men has been sentenced to life in prison. 38-year-old Bobby Nightingale was also sentenced to 5 consecutive years for criminal threatening. 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis were found dead in a truck on Route 227 in Castle Hill back in August of 2019. The criminal threatening charge came from an incident on State Road in Castle Hill 3 days earlier.
A former Bangor resident faces up to 20 years for drug trafficking in Penobscot and Aroostook counties. 31-year-old Wayne Smith pleaded guilty in U.S. District Court in Bangor yesterday to conspiracy to distribute and possession with the intent to distribute methamphetamine and fentanyl. Court records show between January 2018 and December 2021, Smith, along with others, trafficked methamphetamine and fentanyl in Penobscot County and Aroostook County. He will be sentenced after the U.S. Probation Office completes its pre-sentence investigative report.
Well, a new leader has taken the helm at the Pittsfield Police Department. Vincente Morris was sworn in Tuesday after Pittsfield councilors unanimously voted to approve him in that position. Morris previously served the Augusta Police Department for 2 decades, working his way up through the ranks from a patrol officer to the commander of the force's patrol unit. Morris says the future of the Pittsfield Police Department is bright.
Vision for the police department itself, I want to make sure that I'm leading good leaders here because I want to make sure that, when my time is to go, that I have people that I have brought through the ranks that will be able to, take my position and move forward. I want to make a very professional agency.
Morris says his door is always open, and if you see him, make sure to say hi, as he wants to get to know the community better.
Governor Mills joined officials with the National Telecommunications and Information Administration to announce a grant to provide high-speed internet to Mainers. Matthew Duronsik has more.
Every person in Maine who wants a reliable and affordable internet connection can have one by the end of 2024. That is my promise.
That promise comes on the hands of President Biden's historic $65 billion investment in providing affordable and high-speed connection to communities across the United States. The money allows Maine Connectivity Authority to continue its promise in a meaningful way.
We're excited to announce that Maine is receiving an initial grant of $5.5 million to plan for the deployment and adoption of internet throughout the state.
This money will go towards creating an action plan for the state to provide high-speed internet, targeting communities that would need such services.
That planning process is so important because it represents a demand. And where there's a demand, where there's an engaged and informed community that is demanding broadband service, that represents a very real economic benefit, and that attracts a private partnership.
Many were in attendance, including Governor Mills and the organizations that will be helping to provide reliable internet to all counties across Maine.
Supporting Aroostook County, Northern Maine Development Commission, in Washington County, Sunrise County Economic Council.
And for Mills, giving internet to everyone is now a fundamental need.
High-speed internet is as fundamental to us and to our society now as electricity, heat, water, road systems. It's no longer a luxury, it's a necessity.
Matthew Duronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Nearly $3 million in funding for Head Start is heading to Maine. A statement says the money from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services will strengthen Head Start programs and promote early childhood education opportunities for children living in poverty. Androscoggin Head Start and Child Care in Lewiston and Down East Community Partners in Ellsworth will use the funding to develop new approaches to learning, strengthen social and emotional development programs, and expand physical health education. U.S. Senator Susan Collins and Angus King said, quote, Maine Head Start programs empower both parents and the children, from kick-starting educations to promoting positive parent-child relationships. Head Start's opportunities are invaluable to Maine students' success. It's been proven time and time again that those programs work out. Now they're getting a little bit more money to give them a boost here in Maine.
That's always good news.
Yeah.
All right, well, the time is now 6:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear about the newly approved rent control measures now in effect in Portland.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. You'll notice it will be a bit cooler today. The highs only reaching 38 degrees. It will be sunny and windy out there today. Tonight, cloudy and breezy with lows dipping down to around 19. Tomorrow, another cloudy and breezy day, much chillier. The highs only getting up to around 28.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have lots of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on ABC7.
He looks like a doctor on a soap opera.
You're a doctor?
Yes.
Dean Fidello is not a doctor. They pulled apart the rubble and we found human remains.
Now, finally, he tells his story. 2020, tonight on ABC.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Happy holidays from all of us right here at Family Feud.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC7.
It's Secret Santa Week on Wheel.
Here we go, being trailed by a duck.
And everyone's quacking up.
H. H.
Actually, I thought another character had come in.
It's a very merry and magical week of Wheel.
weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
New rent control measures are now in effect in Portland as of yesterday. Voters just approved the new rules last month with some big changes, including how much notice a landlord must give to increase rent and by how much. Dan Lampriello has the details.
Renters and landlords in Portland are in for some big changes starting today.
There were tweaks, as I said, to the enforcement provisions as well as those rent board provisions and the registration process.
Interim City Manager Danielle West says her staff has been working since Election Day to try and get the ordinance changes implemented.
We're still wrapping our arms around them completely, working with our own legal staff to understand them as best as possible.
The so-called tenant protections include increasing notice for rent increases to 90 days, capping yearly rent increases to 70% of the Consumer Price Index, banning application fees, and limiting security deposits to just 1 month's rent, among others.
Right now we're seeing that landlords are making a ton of money off of this crunched housing market, and we want to make sure that renter is remaining fair for people that are trying to live in Portland.
That's what one of the drafters of these changes told us earlier this year about why they wanted it to pass.
We found that landlords are willing to skirt the rules, and we found that the city is very hesitant to enforce laws when it is not in the favor of the landlord.
I think there are very few people in the city that understand what's taken effect here.
But for Britt Vitalius, who heads the Southern Maine Landlords Association, he believes these changes will leave landlords unable to invest in their buildings because of limits on how much they can recoup for inflation and property taxes.
Taxes will keep going up, and your rents can never go up with your taxes. Inflation will keep going up, and you can only ever go up 70%. So this seems like a real losing formula.
With the ordinance now in effect, the city will be charged with enforcing it, which they say will likely mean an increase in staff.
That's something that I'm very aware of as we head into the budgeting process and want to make sure that we have all the required tools in the toolbox, so to speak, to make sure that we're handling all of the various things that are on our plates right now.
And that was Dan Lampriello reporting. Meanwhile, South Portland police are trying to find whoever stole a rare guitar worth nearly $7,000. South Portland police shared a post on Facebook showing a picture of a 1960-style Gibson Les Paul guitar that was reported stolen. They're asking people to keep an eye out and to share their Facebook post. The Tangerine Burst-styled guitar has an estimated worth of about $6,700.
I'm hoping that we could, find this guitar, yes, and that someone can give us a tip on where it is, who took it, and we can get it back to the Guitar Center so someone could own this beautiful instrument.
Anyone with information is asked to contact the South Portland Police Department.
Students at the All Saints School in Bangor found a special way to give back during Advent. They threw a baby shower for the Blessed Virgin Mary at a special school-wide mass. The students brought in much-needed items like baby wipes, socks, medicine, and sippy cups. All of the items helped local mothers in need. Following a special mass on Thursday, the students delivered the items to the Shepherd's Godparent Home in Bangor.
Very nice for them, and it's a great lesson. They're learning about the importance of helping others, and then they get to see it right in front of them when they meet those people that they're helping out.
I know, and those supplies are so expensive too, so it always goes a long way.
Yeah, good job by them.
Yeah.
Well, the time now is 6:14. Coming up after the break, we'll hear from an Old Town woman who is working toward her bucket list since being diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Plus, all the details about the prisoner swap, which has freed WNBA star Brittany Griner. This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Hey, do you want some great gift ideas this Christmas season?
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
Well, we got them at Rennie's. Lots of smart wool socks for the entire family. These are my favorite. We got PJ pants and sets. We got slippers. We got bear paw, sorrel. Get to Rennie's.
Oh, and all at Rennie's best prices?
Always at the best prices.
Thank you for shopping locally.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
I was riding my bike just as nice as could be. I look up and here comes a car in my lane.
I saw Michael hit the car. He flew in the air.
I was in a coma for 30 some odd days. I woke up and I looked down and what is my leg? He had 2 or 3 types of fentanyl in him.
Cocaine and heroin.
Yeah. It's a robbery of life is what it is.
People that are on drugs don't realize it's not if you're going to hurt somebody, it's when.
I'm a great study of when.
Merry Christmas from Sulis Hearing Aid Center. To all my patients, thank you for letting me help you hear better. Happy holidays from Central Maine Denture and licensed denturist Patrick Allen, creating smiles with private care and premium service. Carpet One of Bangor would like to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Have you ever wondered how you would react if you were told you had a terminal illness? Well, it was certainly devastating news for Susan Curran of Old Town, but she isn't letting it get in the way of her dreams. In fact, she has a bucket list of things that she hopes to accomplish, but she'll need some help doing it.
I'm not done. I got a ways to go. I got stuff I want to do and learn and experience.
She has a warm personality that's clear from the moment you meet her. It's hard to believe this lively, energetic woman is living with a terminal illness. Susan Curran had already beat breast cancer once in 2015. You can imagine the feeling she had in 2020 when she learned it had returned. This time, it was in her bones.
I said, okay, but I feel great. I don't think there's anything going on. I feel better than I have in years.
Susan is now undergoing treatments to keep her as healthy as possible for as long as possible. But unlike some people who might understandably give up and wait for the worst, Susan has an ambitious plan. A massage therapist and karate instructor, Susan feels best when she's hiking and staying active. That's why she wants to visit all of America's national parks and is now raising money to make it happen.
And I love it. I just miss being outside. That's my church. Yeah. You know, people go to church every Sunday. Well, that was my church, was hiking and being at the top of the mountain. It's amazing.
You want to head up through the north, huh?
I want to go up through here and then sneak up there. Then maybe hit wine country for a little bit, you know?
Susan says the biggest expense is coming up with money for a reliable van that she can use to travel the nation. She and her supporters have created a GoFundMe page to help raise money. She hopes other hikers and lovers of the great outdoors will help her set out on an adventure of a lifetime when spring returns. You can find her GoFundMe page on Facebook by searching for Sue and Rosie's National Park Tour.
I was going to do this when I retired, but my retirement has come a lot sooner, unfortunately.
Again, that is Sue and Rosie's National Park Tour. If you can help in any way, you know, visit that GoFundMe page and kick in $5, $20, whatever you have, and you'll know you'll be helping this lady realize a dream.
A little goes a long way. She's got a plan.
Yeah,
good for her.
I had a great time meeting her too. You know, sometimes you meet these people, they just have this energy about them.
Yeah.
And she certainly has just a really nice lady, and it makes you want to do something to help her out.
Yeah.
You know, but getting a van, it's going to be expensive. So if you have a van you're not using that she could use, let us know, and if it's an affordable price, we'll maybe work something out or something like that. But
things like this really
I'd love
make
to see her be able to go on that adventure.
Absolutely. Things like this really make you realize the humanity of everybody and how we can all rally around one cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the time is now 6:18.
Time to get a full look at our forecast with Devin.
All righty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. We do have small credit advisories and gale warnings in effect, both expiring at 7 a.m. on Saturday. The gale warnings being noted in this color right here, but another color, though, which is right here by the islands, that's the small credit advisory, while this is the gale warning. So, of course, it's going to be pretty active along the coast moving forward for a little while as we are watching out for another system that's going to be stirring up the ocean, but no precipitation on the way. However, we're looking pretty good. We're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine out there today. Later on tonight, we're going to be watching for some clouds moving in from an unusual direction. It's actually right over here. Here's that front right there. It's going to be sending some clouds in our direction from the east going toward the west, or more of the southeast going toward the north and west as well. So a little bit more of an unusual direction, but it does happen from time to time, no. But otherwise, we will stay dry for the next several days. But otherwise, moving forward, though, we're looking pretty decent out there. So a lot of sunshine today. Here are those clouds right there moving from the east, going toward the west, and a little bit from the southeast to the north and west as well. They'll start to move in later on tonight. We'll keep them going for parts of the morning period for you Saturday before they start to clear out of here. And we'll get more sunshine rolling as we head towards the latter parts of the afternoon before the sun sets. And we may have a few more passing clouds as we head towards early Sunday morning. Otherwise, gusty winds, we got that going for us today, getting close to 30 miles per hour throughout the daytime today, and keeping that going again later on tonight and even in the parts of tomorrow. So plenty of gusty winds on the way for the next day or so. And of course, as a result, wave heights are up 4 to 10 feet according to a lot of the buoys out there. Other spots up to 13 feet. So this is why we do have gale warnings along the coast and some other areas under small craft advisories. Temperatures have been running well above average rates. So look at this, 40s and 50s the past several days. Temperatures have been overachieving in the average level, running about 12 to 15 degrees above normal in some spots, though. But again, we're going to be cooling off. Our average high is 37 degrees. Upper 30s is what we'll do today, about normal for this time of the year. Upper 20s for the weekend, back in the low 30s Monday near Tuesday. Then Wednesday into Thursday, back in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Your forecast for today, upper 30s a lot cooler, mostly sunny and windy. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper teens, partly cloudy and windy. Northwest wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, Saturday, upper 20s, partly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's a look at your extended forecast. And notice what's missing from this forecast. And that's precipitation. We have none of it on the way for the next few days. We'll be mostly cloudy on Sunday, highs in the upper 20s. Low 30s make a return on Monday with a mostly sunny sky. And we're partly cloudy on Tuesday, highs in the low 30s.
Give the gift of a holiday meal. 1 in 9 Mainers are food insecure, but for $5, you could help fill the plate of one neighbor in need this season. Visit campaignforendinghunger.org to make a difference today.
Happy holidays from Osborne's Plumbing and Heating in Bucksport and Ellsworth, featuring boiler and furnace replacement, gas or oil. Happy holidays from Natural Living Center, featuring a huge selection of natural and organic groceries, health and beauty supplies, and much more. Merry Christmas to all from the crew at Guilford Hardware, 66 Water Street, Guilford.
Portal Call in Bucksport is closing its doors after 17 years in business. All inventory is on sale, including Christmas jewelry, pajamas, socks, imports, including Harris tweed handbags, wallets and purses from Scotland, woolen scarves from Ireland, gloves, alpaca socks, scarves and hats. Also, all fragrance gifts, including Inish fragrances from Ireland, Man Bar soaps, hand-painted silk scarves, plush toys, sleep hoodies, and so much more. Perfect for Christmas shopping. Portal Call, 69 Main Street, Bucksport.
Looking to improve or upgrade your home or place of business? With at-home furniture, appliance, and bedding, and kitchen and bath and flooring, we offer a great selection to do just that. From homeowners to commercial businesses and everything in between, our friendly professionals with more than 50 years of combined experience pride themselves in going above and beyond to work with you every step of the way. And we even offer a full-service appliance repair department. Come and visit us at our Dover Foxcroft or our new Lincoln location. Stop in either location today and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Give the gift of a holiday meal. 1 in 9 Mainers are food insecure, but for $5, you could help fill the plate of one neighbor in need this season. Visit campaignforendinghunger.org to make a difference today.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
WNBA star Brittany Griner has been released from a Russian prison. In a prisoner swap, the U.S. traded Griner for a well-known Russian arms dealer nicknamed the Merchant of Death. But it's who the U.S. wasn't able to bring home that has some critical of the Biden administration. Fox's Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
The White House says it was one or none when it came to securing the release of American basketball star Brittany Griner.
WNBA star Brittany Griner has been freed after 9 long months in Russian custody.
This is a day we've worked toward for a long time. We never stopped pushing for her release.
The swap on a tarmac in Abu Dhabi. Griner's release was in exchange for Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout, who was convicted and sentenced to 25 years in prison for a plot to sell arms that would kill Americans. Some critics of the prisoner swap say President Biden let Vladimir Putin get the better deal.
Think about the exchange here. The merchant of death for a WNBA star who was picked up for marijuana. What a victory for Putin. But what else it does, it makes every American who is overseas vulnerable.
Over the summer, there was talk of a deal, boot for Griner and Marine Paul Whelan, who has been in Russian custody for nearly 4 years. But that never materialized.
There had been people talking about being home by Christmas, and of course that isn't going to happen. So I'm sure he's extremely disappointed.
The Russians just treat Mr. Whelan differently. They put him in a special category, and that makes negotiating over his release through a swap of some kind much more difficult than it was in the case of Brittany Griner.
Griner's wife said while she is focused on Brittany right now, she will remain committed to helping other families who are still trying to bring their loved ones home. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Meanwhile, the TSA is planning to expand its facial recognition technology across the country as a way to speed up identity verification. The credit authentication technology with camera was first implemented in 2017 and is now expanding to at least 16 airports in the U.S. The technology scans a flyer's face and compares it to their driver's license or passport. The plan, however, has met with criticism from those who say the system brings various privacy concerns.
In one of her last acts of leadership, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi oversaw yesterday's House vote on the Respect for Marriage Act. The bill, passing the chamber 258 to 169, protects same-sex marriages following the 2015 Supreme Court decision requiring all states to grant same-sex marriages and recognize same-sex marriages granted in other states. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington.
The motion is adopted.
A landmark victory in the decades-long fight for nationwide recognition of same-sex and interracial marriages. The House on Thursday passing the Respect for Marriage Act, ensuring all states acknowledge every marriage is legal, regardless of sex, race, ethnicity, or national origin.
Today's vote is a monumental win in the fight for LGBTQ plus equality.
39 Republicans crossed the aisle to back the bipartisan legislation, protecting hundreds of thousands of couples who tie the knot after the Supreme Court's 2015 decision legalizing same-sex unions nationwide. The vote comes after the Senate passed the bill with support from 12 Republicans.
It's a bill that truly will make a difference to the lives of so many.
Still, a majority of GOP lawmakers were not on board, some citing the impact on religious rights.
This is yet another step toward the Democrats' goal of dismantling the traditional family, silencing voices of faith, and permanently undoing our country's God-woven foundation.
Supporters of the bill have been trying to codify marriage rights since the Supreme Court's Dobbs decision in July, which overturned federal abortion rights and also included an opinion from Justice Clarence Thomas suggesting same-sex marriage should be reconsidered, a fear some Republicans say Democrats have overblown.
Democrats have conjured up this non-existent threat, and they are misunderstanding or deliberately misrepresenting what Justice Thomas wrote.
The bill's next stop, President Biden's desk, where he's expected to promptly sign it into law. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
The House approved the annual defense policy bill yesterday. Questions loom, however, over how lawmakers will avoid a government shutdown next week. Chad Pergram with that story.
The rules are suspended and the resolution is agreed to.
The House passing the defense policy bill 350 to 80. But that still doesn't fund the military. Republicans securing an end to the Pentagon's COVID vaccine requirement.
We insisted, our red line was, we had to end the vaccine mandate.
Lawmakers stripped the measure to just defense, ditching two priorities of Senator Joe Manchin. Language to allow banks to do business with marijuana firms and scrapping Manchin's ask for energy permitting.
The only outcome that partisan game playing would produce is the collapse of this bill.
But a defense bill just focused on defense still didn't satisfy some conservatives.
That's an $800 billion piece of legislation that we've had less than 2 days to consider, 4,000 pages.
Now the race is on to avert a government shutdown next week. There's a chasm over spending priorities.
We have to weigh it against how unfortunate it would be if they cannibalized the domestic budget at the expense of the defense budget.
Obviously, we won't allow them to now hijack the government funding process as well and take our troops hostage.
Democrats prefer a long-term funding bill, but at the very least need a Band-Aid bill.
I don't like that, but it's much better than the poison that might befall us.
Christmas at the Capitol is seemingly stocked with traditions as time-honored as trimming the tree or caroling.
Mark my words, December 16th, December 18th, we're going to get a 3,000-page bill.
Appropriations Committee Chairman Pat Leahy unveils a long-term bill Monday to avert a shutdown. Leahy thinks that bill can break a filibuster. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll have the community calendar for local events that are going on this weekend.
Plus your full weather forecast. We'll be back right after this.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. We are this year's proud sponsors of the Salvation Army Christmas Toy Drive. Each year, the Salvation Army collects interesting, new, unopened, and unwrapped toys to ensure that every good boy and girl receives a gift on Christmas morning. This year, the need is greater than ever. We invite you to join with Santa, his elves, and all the rest of us to make this possible by bringing your gift for a good girl or boy to WKIT Radio at 861 Broadway in Bangor and placing it under the Zone Tree. From there, Santa, his elves, and the Salvation Army will make sure our donated gifts are wrapped and delivered to a good boy or girl in time for them to open on Christmas morning. Together, we can be the blessing to make a child's Christmas merrier and New Year happier.
Scudic & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Merry Christmas to all our friends and customers from McCusick Petroleum, 32 Summer Street, Dover Foxcroft. Get your hearing aids at Dover Audiology, Dover Foxcroft. Better hearing brings us closer to the joys of the holidays. Unwind, 151 Water Street, Skowhegan. Maine-made wine, beer, and cocktails. Buy $100 in gift cards and get a free t-shirt.
Dear Santa, my mom says I'm a good helper, but you didn't come last year. I just really hope this year when I wake up, I'm gonna see that you came to my house too.
Donate today.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Friday, December 9th, 2022. It's also Christmas Card Day, which is a great way to spread some holiday joy and let people know that you're thinking about them. There's also a lot of other, if you go online and you search what is today, it'll give you a list of things. And there's some really weird ones out there, too.
Like, what was the first one you told me this morning?
One was Opal Apple Day. I never heard of Opal apples,
know what these
but
are.
I guess they're a good thing. But there's other things that are just like Genocide Day
Genocide
or whatever.
Awareness Day.
It's like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave that one out of there.
Right.
But
Christmas Card Day we'll stick with on this Friday morning.
Go buy some Christmas cards. Let people know you're thinking about them.
What's the date? Oh, wait, you just said that. I wasn't listening very well.
It's the 9th.
It's the 9th.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect time to send out your Christmas cards.
Right.
Yeah.
Better do it. This will be a good weekend to get it done. Otherwise, they might be late.
Right. And when I send out Christmas cards, it's like printing photos and stuff like that, too. So it's a whole process.
I'm terrible at sending them out because half the time I don't remember until it's too late. I love getting Christmas cards, but I'm so bad about sending them out.
That's why you send a New Year's card. You
Good
forget
idea.
Until the last moment, and then you can send a New Year's card
All
still.
right, we'll do that.
Get something. Well, on this day in history, in 1965, A Charlie Brown Christmas, the first animated TV special featuring characters from the Peanuts comic strip, premiered on television. And in 2013, scientists revealed NASA's Curiosity rover had uncovered signs of an ancient freshwater lake on Mars. I remember that.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Yeah.
Today's birthdays include actor Dame Judi Dench, who is 88. Actor John Malkovich, so talented, he's 69. Singer Donny Osmond is 65, making me feel old now. And Olympic gold medalist Michaela Maroney is 27 years old.
What does it mean when somebody's a dame? Is this like
I have
knighted,
no idea.
the female version of knighted?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Ben, what do you think? Ben says yes.
Yeah, okay.
Ben, the camera guy.
Ben is our fact checker for everything.
If we need something answered, Ben usually has the answer for us.
Yes,
so.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Of course she is. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is.
I love her in the James Bond series.
Yeah.
Very regal.
Yeah, I figured she'd be a good one too. Wish happy birthday today.
Happy birthday.
So.
Well, let's get a first check of that forecast. We'll come back with a community calendar. So let's see what the weather's going to look like for the weekend.
Hey, Craig and Emma, happy Friday. We have a couple of alerts we're watching out for this morning. We have small craft advisories up until 7 a.m. Saturday and up until Saturday morning as well. Some areas under some gale warnings, so more areas under gale warnings in this color here, but a different color closer to some of the islands, and that is courtesy of course, the gusty winds that'll be moving in, stirring up the ocean as we move forward today. But on land, it'll be a pretty nice day. We'll be watching for a lot of sunshine today as we have a system that's off to our east. It's kind of helping to stir things up at this point. So let's give you the big picture right now. So not much overhead. We're going to remain quiet for the next several days with no precipitation. Some clouds will move in from the east later on. Courtesy of this system now, we'll send some clouds from the east going toward the west later on. So futurecast moving forward, here's those clouds right there that'll be moving in later on tonight. Kind of moving from southeast to northwest, kind of an unusual direction. But it does happen from time to time, and we'll see that happening later on tonight. So otherwise, though, the winds will be out of the north from time to time, reaching up to 15 miles per hour sustained. Some gusts up to 30 miles per hour cannot be ruled out as the day progresses on. So otherwise, though, your forecast for today, upper 30s, a lot cooler out there, mostly sunny and windy. That north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper teens, partly cloudy and still windy out there. Northwest wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, cooling off even more, upper 20s, partly cloudy and breezy. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. And our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the upper 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
The sun's out at least.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Well, a lot of the events are inside around the weekend, but let's get a first check of that community calendar, if we can.
There we go.
So, A Christmas Carol reading. 10 Bucks Theater is hosting a dramatic staged reading of Charles Dickens' classic Tale of Redemption. That's tonight at 7 p.m. Smart Art Class, another indoor one at the Main Discovery Museum in Bangor at 11 a.m. today. Children can practice problem-solving skills with simple and fun building and crafting activities like turning recyclables into woodland critters, for example. And it's recommended for kids 3 and up, so all sorts of ages. Chili cook-off, cookie sale, and Santa visit at the Legion Hall in Southwest Harbor tonight at 5 p.m. It goes until 7 p.m. Everyone is invited to sign up to see if their chili is the best. Sign up in advance. That registration will be on our website. Acadia Chamber is hosting this first ever chili cook-off. And Santa will also make an appearance. Holiday parade and tree lighting at the Newport Cultural Center tonight at 6 p.m. While you watch the parade and tree lighting, there will be cookies and hot cocoa available, and caroling will occur as well. Comedy night tonight at the Bangor Arts Exchange, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Stand-up comedy lineups include 4 different comedians. Tickets are $15 in advance, $20 at the door. This is just general admission. Beautiful venue there at Bangor Arts Exchange. Cirque du Soleil Corteo at the Cross Insurance Center tonight at 7:30 p.m. It's recognized all over the world. You may have seen our story about it yesterday. So tickets do start at $59. And tomorrow, Saturday, S'more Lounge at the Town Dock in Bucksport at 6:30 p.m. After the holiday parade, get toasty with roasted marshmallows, s'mores, and good company. This is the best view of the fireworks. It is suggested that you donate $5. Wabanaki Winter Market tomorrow at the Collins Center for the Arts from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. A holiday gathering of Wabanaki artists featuring Maine Indian Basket Makers Alliance weavers who have received national awards and new artists representing the next generation of weavers, something very unique. Christmas Craft Fair tomorrow at the Brewer Eagles Club from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. We love a good craft fair in the holiday season. Free admission. Maine Authors Winter Book Fair at 120 Park Street tomorrow in Bangor, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come meet over 24 notable local Maine authors, get your books signed, and support local literary arts. Authors of all genres with over 80 titles. There will also be raffle tickets, sponsors, vendor tables, and special surprises. Free admission, but bring cash. Most vendors, though, also will accept Venmo or PayPal. Deck the Halls Homes, an Inns tour at the Greenville Inn, the Lodge at Moosehead Lake, and a private residence noon to 4 p.m. Visit 3 beautiful and historic properties in Greenville decked out for the holidays, $15 per person. And the Festival of Trees tomorrow at the Belfast Area High School, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Free admission. Raffle tickets cost 50 cents each. Christmas party, Santa meet and greet tomorrow at Jeff's Catering and Event Center in Brewer. Goes from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Free holiday party, but donations of pet food are requested to donate to the Bangor Humane Society. Enjoy cookies and cocoa. And on Sunday, Christmas in Katahdin, Millinocket. Events going on all day. The Christmas parade will begin at 11 a.m., which goes down Penobscot Ave to the Veterans Park. At noon, there will be Santa visits and goodies at Veterans Park, free hot dogs for kids 12 and under, other fun and free activities for kids. At 4:30 p.m., there will be the tree lighting. And beers with Santa at Orno Brewing Company in Orno tomorrow, noon to 2 p.m. Photos with Santa, $5 pints for parents, free hot cocoa and cookies. It's requested, though, that you bring a new unwrapped toy or a non-perishable food item for donation.
So many fun things going on over the next couple of days, including you can get liquored up with Santa, I guess.
Right.
You know.
I love Orno Brewing.
Sounds like fun.
They have too many choices for beer. It's kind of overwhelming for me, but beautiful venue too in there.
Very
so,
neat. I'm
all sorts
interested
of
in the
stuff.
Wabanaki, the basket makers up at the Collins Center too. They are so talented. Some of these things you can really get a basket at like an heirloom piece.
Heritage weaving. This is like cultural knowledge that goes back for many hundreds of years, and that is very, very important to their alliance. And it's a great gift as well.
Right
it's a
on.
unique gift.
Yeah.
So it's good for everybody.
It's a conversation piece too.
Right.
All right.
Right.
When we come back, all the day sports news, and hey, what do you think the most searched recipe is?
The most searched recipe.
Yeah, we'll have a story about that coming up. I'd say it probably...
Oreo cookie balls?
There you go.
Maybe?
Yeah. I think meatloaf, something basic. I don't know. I always have to look
You
up
either love it or you hate it, I
meatloaf.
guess. Yeah.
We'll have those stories and more when we come back.
We'll be right back.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
If you need coffee,
check.
Tasty treats,
Check.
freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
Check.
stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
The law. If you break it,
You didn't pay rent.
you'll pay for it.
It's my show. Nobody cares whether you have a personality or not.
Weeknights at 5 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We will start off with some sad news. A little before 1 o'clock on Thursday morning, it was announced that Xander Bogaerts' time with the Boston Red Sox had finished. The all-star shortstop who graced Bangor with his presence for the Senior League World Series had been with the organization since he was a teenager, and he won 2 World Series titles with Boston. The team did not extend his contract prior to or during the 2022 season, and thus allowed Bogaerts to hit free agency, and it paid off for him. The Padres offered him a huge deal, 11 years and $280 million for a shortstop in his 30s. Reports are that the Red Sox offered him 6 years and roughly $160 million, so certainly an easy choice for Xander. Early on Thursday, newly acquired Red Sox pitcher Chris Martin spoke on what it means to lose a guy like Bogey.
Losing Xander, a player like that, is, it's a big loss. But, that was his decision, to move on. And obviously, the offseason isn't over. There's a lot of offseason left. I'm sure there's going to be some more additions that are going to help the team.
All right, let's hope he's right there. I hope they extend Devers, and I had a blast watching Bogaerts in a Red Sox uniform for a big chunk of my life, wishing him well in San Diego. Let's go to the gym now. Maine men's basketball started off the season on a tear, winning 4 straight games, and even though they've dropped their last 3, the Black Bears are confident they have the tools to turn it around. Ryan Sudol has the story.
Even the biggest, baddest bears in the woods must ultimately go into hibernation. And for Maine men's basketball, that's exactly what has happened, dropping 3 in a row after starting the year 4-1.
I mean, we played pretty good teams. Fordham's a good team, Brown, and then Marist, they were good teams, but I think it's all stuff we can fix.
In their last game, Sunday, against Marist, the Black Bears held a lead in the last 30 seconds of the game, but couldn't hold on. Despite that, the backdrop of London, England made for a memorable experience for all.
Favorite part of the trip was probably just seeing London in general with my teammates. You know, I think it's a good, great way for us to team bond as well. I feel like we got closer on that trip.
Speaking of London, London's own Getty Husapaitis was one of the team's bright spots over their skid. At a ripe 24 years old, he averaged 12 points a game.
We call him Pops, partly because he's old, but he's also one of the leaders on the team. He has a high basketball IQ. He has a lot of knowledge.
He just knows how to put the ball in the basket. Fifth-year guy who's older and has seen it all. There's nothing that's being thrown at him that he hasn't seen. And most importantly, he's a competitor.
Sophomore Kellen Tynes was also a factor, averaging 15 points a game over their last 3. Coach Chris Markwood says his success comes from where he comes from.
Kel's coming from a winning program. Montana State was in the NCAA tournament last year. He's been around what it takes to win. He knows that. He's a leader. He's an alpha.
With both leaders at the forefront, one of the main points the Black Bears are focusing on as they prepare for conference play is closing out. Each game during this losing streak was lost by 7 points or fewer.
In Division I basketball, there's a lot of one-possession games. So the success of your year a lot of times comes down to how do you handle those situations, which we're learning how to win in those situations.
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. I've never been to London. I heard the fish and chips very good. So, like you said, Black Bears trying to stop the skid. They were in action Thursday at home, looking to avoid 4 in a row, hosting the D3 UMaine Augusta, while the women were also in action in the night game, welcoming the Rams from Fordham. We'll start with the men. Chris Markwood and the Black Bears in action at the Pit, playing host to the Moose from Augusta. Great mascot. First half, Jaden Clayton here with the steal on the fast break. No-look pass to Kellen Tynes for the smooth lay-in. Clayton with 7 assists, Tynes with 12 points on the night. But the Moose would fight back early. Off the inbounds, Fraser McDonald finds himself wide open for the slam. They'd bring it to within 9, but that's as close as they'd get. Clayton again here finds Christian Freerbergs for a slam of his own. One hand there, and then here's Clayton doing it again by himself, getting to the bucket and finishing in traffic, and Maine just too much for the visitors from Augusta. Fofo Adetogun with a nice finish in transition here. Black Bears win big, 103-67. Okay, now the nightcap. It's the women's turn. Maine facing Fordham, and there's Anna DeWolf from Greeley starting for the Rams. Here she is late third quarter, driving inside for the hoop and the harm. The Black Bears were up 4 after 3, though. Fourth quarter, Paula Gallegos' 3 is off the mark, but here's Adriana Smith cleaning it up with the bucket. She had 22 and 11, her 4th double-double of the year. That ties it. Later, Black Bears down 2. Smith out to Olivia Rockwood for the lead, splashes it home, 51-50. Maine with 5.5 left. Very next position, Isaiah Dingle with a 3-pointer to put the Rams ahead once again, and that would be the game-winning bucket. They'd go on to win 57-51. All right, tough loss there for the women, but the rebound, tough non-conference schedule. Let's go to football now. It was an incredible season for Husson Junior linebacker Tucker Buzzle, one where he broke the program's single-season tackle record and was named first team all-conference, and the list got even bigger this week. Buzzle was named to D3Football.com's All-Region 1 First Team. He led the CCC with 118 tackles, that's 11.8 per game, enough for top 5 in the country in both categories. He also picked off 4 passes and recorded 56 solo tackles. Buzzle was named the Defensive Player of the Week 3 times this past season, helping the Eagles to a home bowl game against Plymouth State. Crazy that he's only a junior, and he'll be back for 1 more year. That's all the time we have for sports. Be right back after the break.
At Firehouse Subs, we give you craveable subs that are piping hot and piled high. And a portion of every purchase helps give them the life-saving equipment they need. Order online or on the app for contactless pickup or delivery. Only at Firehouse Subs.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Dawn DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Dawn DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Dawn DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
JC Auto Body is expanding once again. Welcome to JC Auto Express, our new 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility, offering our customers the same great experience, now in as little as 1 to 3 days. Because who cares about your time?
At JC Auto Express, we do.
Exact color match technology, certified aluminum repair. Plus, JC Auto Express will even take care of your rental car. Because who cares about you?
At JC Auto Body, we do.
New Shark Tank Fridays on ABC.
Sponsored locally by Comfort Shoes and More, 19 Moosehead Trail, Newport. More than 40 years of helping people out of foot pain.
Welcome back, everyone. Americans are working 9 to 5 and then some. Fox Business Network's Jerry Willis has this story and more in today's Fox Means Business Report.
An early holiday gift for drivers at the pump. Gas prices are now lower than they were a year ago. The national average cost for regular is $3.33 a gallon, a penny lower from this time last year. The holiday cheer spreading from the gas pump to the trading floor on Thursday. The Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all closed higher after some rough days. Meanwhile, a new survey shows workers are so worried about the economy that a majority are now considering a side hustle. According to the American Staffing Association, 58% of working adults say they are likely to get a second job in the next year to supplement their primary income. Fears about a recession, inflation, and layoffs are the big reasons why. And this may be another reason more folks are digging themselves deeper into a financial hole. Wallet Hub says credit card debt increased by $39.6 billion last quarter. That's the highest third quarter increase on record. That's business. I'm Jerry Willis.
Now, a final check of our forecast. Looks like a pretty nice day today. A little bit chillier out there, but overall, not a bad day.
Not a bad day. The sun's out. Devin Biggs has the forecast.
All righty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. We do have small credit advisories and gale warnings in effect, both expiring at 7 a.m. on Saturday. The gale warnings being noted in this color right here, but another color, though, which is right here by the islands, that's the small credit advisory, while this is the gale warning. So, of course, it's going to be pretty active along the coast moving forward for a little while as we are watching out for another system that's going to be stirring up the ocean, but no precipitation on the way. However, we're looking pretty good. We're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine out there today. Later on tonight, we're going to be watching for some clouds moving in from an unusual direction. It's actually right over here. Here's that front right there. It's going to be sending some clouds in our direction from the east going toward the west, or more of the southeast going toward the north and west as well. So a little bit more of an unusual direction, but it does happen from time to time, no. But otherwise, we will stay dry for the next several days. But otherwise, moving forward, though, we're looking pretty decent out there. So a lot of sunshine today. Here are those clouds right there moving from the east, going toward the west, and a little bit from the southeast to the north and west as well. They'll start to move in later on tonight. We'll keep them going for parts of the morning period for you Saturday before they start to clear out of here. We'll get more sunshine rolling as we head towards the latter parts of the afternoon before the sun sets. And we may have a few more passing clouds as we head towards early Sunday morning. Otherwise, gusty winds, we got that going for us today, getting close to 30 miles per hour throughout the daytime today, and keeping that going again later on tonight and even in the parts of tomorrow. So plenty of gusty winds on the way for the next day or so. And of course, as a result, wave heights are up 4 to 10 feet according to a lot of the buoys out there. Other spots up to 13 feet. So this is why we do have gale warnings along the coast and some other areas under small craft advisories. Temperatures have been running well above average recently. Look at this, 40s and 50s the past several days. Temperatures have been overachieving in the average level, running about 12 to 15 degrees above normal in some spots, though. But again, we're going to be cooling off. Our average high is 37 degrees. Upper 30s is what we'll do today, about normal for this time of the year. Upper 20s for the weekend, back in the low 30s Monday near Tuesday. Then Wednesday into Thursday, back in the upper 30s to lower 40s. Your forecast for today, upper 30s a lot cooler, mostly sunny and windy. The north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper teens, partly cloudy and windy. Northwest wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, Saturday, upper 20s, partly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's a look at your extended forecast. And notice what's missing from this forecast, and that's precipitation. We have none of it on the way for the next few days. We'll be mostly cloudy on Sunday, highs in the upper 20s. Low 30s make a return on Monday with a mostly sunny sky. And we're partly cloudy on Tuesday, highs in the low 30s.
Rennie's a main adventure.
What's going on, Adam?
I'm just trying to stay warm this winter.
You got to stay warm this winter and come to Rennie's to do just that. We got lots of boots. We got Kamek, we got Sorel, Columbia, you name it. We got ice cleats, we got snow pants, we got lots of hot hands, and for your toes too. Get to Rennie's, get ready for winter.
I have to get into these things.
Thank you for shopping local.
Rennie's a main adventure.
Portal Call in Bucksport is closing its doors after 17 years in business. All inventory is on sale, including Christmas jewelry, pajamas, socks, imports, including Harris tweed handbags, wallets and purses from Scotland, woolen scarves from Ireland, gloves, alpaca socks, scarves and hats. Also, all fragrance gifts, including Inish fragrances from Ireland, Man Bar soaps, hand-painted silk scarves, plush toys, sleep hoodies, and so much more. Perfect for Christmas shopping. Portal Call, 69 Main Street, Bucksport.
At Home, Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring in Dover Foxcroft are proud members of the Flooring Network here in Maine. We have our flooring installers on staff ready for you and your custom flooring project. With over 50 years of combined experience, we'll work with you from start to finish, including demo and cleanup. Backed by the Flooring Network's state-of-the-art warehouses, we have a massive inventory to provide you with the best value and fit any flooring budget you may have. So stop in, meet our flooring experts, and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Kim's Car Care offers detailing inside, outside, and under the hood for $299. We want our customers to have a wow factor with 100% satisfaction. Walk-ins welcome, and we do offer gift certificates.
It's a tale as old as time. Beauty and the Beast, a 30th celebration, Thursday on ABC.
Well, finally this hour, Google is releasing the most searched recipes of the year on its platform. Topping the list is, what is this called?
I have no clue.
Sugo? Sugo, I guess,
Yeah.
which it's a tomato-based pasta sauce. Other recipe Google users search for mango pie and marry me chicken. A sandwich recipe from model Bella Hadid also made the list after going viral on TikTok. I would not have guessed any of those
None
things.
of those things I could have
I
anticipated.
don't know. I searched things like meatballs or meatloaf or
Right.
something, to
No,
get
I thought
basic
that would
things.
be
Yeah.
same here.
Hmm.
But there's all sorts of viral TikTok recipes now, and I'm
You're into it.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
There's this one lady who I like. Her TikTok tag is Baked by Melissa, and she made this dip that's like guac,
Yeah.
but it's got cabbage in it.
Huh.
And it
I
doesn't
don't know
sound
how
appetizing.
I feel about that.
I made it and I ate it for a meal.
And it was good.
There's all sorts of viral trending recipes, and I love it.
Yeah. You eat a lot of funky things, though.
I do eat funky stuff.
Yeah, you were eating
Kooky
some,
gal.
What was it, goat cheese something earlier today? Some kind of yogurt.
Nigerian goat kefir for breakfast.
There you go. I had sugar cookies.
Then asked me if I had
Yeah.
mayo for breakfast. Sugar cookies. That's the same thing
It was
as a donut.
delicious. It's got something healthy in there, I'm sure.
Have a treat on your Friday.
Have a sugar cookie and
Yeah,
smile.
Yeah. Have a good day.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carol Harper and Associates today.
Merry Christmas to all our friends and customers from McCusick Petroleum, 32 Summer Street, Dover Foxcroft. Happy holidays from Leo & Sons Auto Repair, a family-owned business providing fast and dependable auto repair services. Happy holidays from your neighborhood pharmacy, Carol Drug. With a little bit of everything, you are sure to leave with what you need.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business